And alright, let's see if we can do this.
I do have a +1 to my defenses because she's bloodied. Astral Majesty!
Alright. Let's add a -1 to attack then. That should
Yeah, that'll do it then.
get us out. And totally whiffs with a horrific visage.
That's right. You see, her problem was she decided to attack us with the goddamn will save, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
I don't know, man. That 12 wouldn't have even hit fucking Roldar.
Move here. Roldar's, he's amused by the whole damage that's occurred here. Hacking here. Combat advantage.
You do have combat advantage against both of them. That is a factually correct statement.
Ow.
Oh. Damn it.
I don't know how Hacking Hue works, because it's not on a hit, it's just a secondary attack on a different person.
Yeah, the effect is make a secondary attack, so you make it no matter whether the first one hits or not.
Yep, even if you don't hack, you
There you go.
So there we go.
And, why not? Let's join in the party. Everyone's burning up the action points.
I didn't see the combat report there, but whatever it is, you apparently killed him.
Yeah, I didn't. I saw it. 16 damage on Delvin Hamley, so he falls in a shrieking pile and dead. And
my curse is now infecting Roldar.
Yeah, he's turning into the spider.
You've infected him.
And let's go action points +1 attack, combat advantage on Kraid here.
Mm-hmm.
That was a bit more effective than I thought.
It's a shame there's no one else who's a part of the family for prizes.
Can we just throw push, as in just sort of push them back 1, 2, or 1, throw them back into the fire or something?
Oh, good times.
He's already in the fire. He's roasting.
He is.
That's Roldar's turn.
All right, Alvyn.
Well, let's see if I can't finish this guy off. Or this woman, rather. Move right here.
Individual, the female persuasion.
And that was a mistake because I don't have combat advantage. Well.
I mean, I suppose you could have tried to have gotten it due to the, crazy, cornstalk shenanigans along with all the smoke.
Yeah,
clear prizes. Yeah.
Well, that will do. That's my turn. I'm sure you can finish her off because before she gets a turn.
Let's see here. He should be
dead.
Removed. Here we go. Yes, from the south, another of these creatures appear. Shrieking in utter rage at the devastation the party has wrought upon his family. Yep, basically, my family! What have you done? I'll kill you all! As he charges at Roldar.
Oh, wait a minute.
Charge, you say?
What are you doing right there?
And let's see, he will shift.
Oh, you're lucky I didn't mark you.
He'll shift over here towards the rest of the party for even more juicy targets, perhaps. Erevan.
Oh.
More juicy targets, you say?
Intriguing, yes. I concur with this assessment. Is that a fact?
Well, I was originally going to go ahead and do it this, but...
No, she's in fire anyway. You shouldn't. So you should deal with the non-bloody target, or you should assist with it. Rest assured, I can perhaps throw our new friend into the fire.
Yeah.
I wish our new friend stood here, because then I could have got, flanking.
Alas.
Well,
Oh, well.
Right.
So...
I will encourage, perhaps we shouldn't burn through any more dailies on this group.
No, I'm keeping my dailies.
Okay, I just want to throw that
Lead the attack!
So, I'll use my encounter, but I won't use my daily.
Okay.
Yeah, I should have not used my data there actually, but...
Will I take fire damage from this square or not?
That's
hard to
where,
tell
no.
it's overlapping.
No.
Okay. Yeah, if I was just going to teleport there instead. So. Okay,
Eladrin magic.
Just run past Saloro, sword drawn, thrust straight forward towards the head of this creature.
No time to be flashy, Eladrin.
There is a chance to hit it.
Hmm.
Now, who wants to have the +4 bonus?
You can give it to me. I'll take it.
Sure, the wizard can have +4 to hit.
Alright.
I'm modest of you.
Okay.
Saloro.
Well, the first thing we're going to have to do is a minor action, sustain minor in the Visions of Avarice, meaning I can make a secondary attack with it. Oh boy, everyone!
Prizes?
I forgot to factor in my +4, but it hit anyway. Alright. Liz can stay where she is, but Jan is going to be pulled towards prizes!
Prizes!
Hey, fancy seeing you again.
Dives into the fire.
As that is an illusion power, I can use my resplendent gloves to grant me combat advantage on him till the end of my next turn. Which, since that was a minor action, I can now use a standard action for more funsies!
+60.
Oh, that's right. Well, of course, we have to move first. As you know, Saloro, the very intimidating and powerful and almighty wizard, seeing these foul, necrotic creatures is going to have to do something about that. And for that, we're going to have to blast out the glory and promise of the Astral Sea. Are you ready for some radiant moonbeams?
What? What did you say?
That's right. Radiant moon prizes. Radiant prizes.
I don't want a radiant prize. That's the worst prize.
Are you sure? I mean, I'm just saying. I'm just trying to offer you prizes. That's up to you. All right.
Oh.
And with the description there, I've read it before for you guys. Tosses his orb above him, whispering eldritch words that cause it to shimmer with a silver sheen. As the orb ascends into the dusky sky, radiant moonlight streams forward, touching all of its sublime presence. Foes find their flesh singed, their minds stricken with awe as they witness this majestic power. Allies, on the other hand, feel comforted and invigorated by the ineffable might of the Astral Sea. The orb returns to the wizard, the moonlight fades, but its effects do not. My allies, as well as myself, gain 4 temporary hit points. I didn't set up a little macro for that, because of your characters, I would hate to control them. That'd be rude.
Does my other 2 temporary hit points got removed by that, or?
As far as it adds to your temporary hit points. It gives you 4 extra temporary hit points. You gained them. They're yours to have. You can huggle them.
Yeah, I added 4 and the other 2 disappeared. So.
Yo, no, if you get... only Roldar has a special thing where he can keep stacking temporary hit points.
Yeah, temporary hit points override the highest value.
In that case, they just override for you then, and for us. Well, there we go. So, and of course, that was radiant damage, all sorts of funsies. That ends my turn.
Only Roldar is special in that way. Arenoss?
Yes. Thunderslam.
Okay.
You've been... Nope.
No. Aww.
Thundermist!
Thundermist. And sustain minor to sustain lightning breath.
Okay.
And I'm
Arenoss was too distracted by the gold. He zapped that instead.
Oh, Jesus!
So this is what a wizard can... So this is what a wizard can do. Fucking prizes are everywhere!
The fire! Roldar?
Roldar turns, looks at it, says,
So, trying to stop me, eh? Woomph.
Ouch.
You're mine.
Oh. We got the Roldar huggles.
Yep.
We should be lovers. We can't do that.
That would certainly taunt anyone to attack you quite quickly. So.
Just like myself and your mother. What?
Alvyn?
Would I get any penalties if I try to shoot him from, like, right here?
From
to the east?
Let's see. Nah,
he's a little tiny gnome.
it is true.
It's not burn, though.
Let's see here. Do you have... Where did you want to stand?
Like, about here.
Alright, so it's a step into... probably get a -2 or something for light concealment on the guy.
Good enough. I'll move right there then. Alvyn jumps into the crops, whatever they are. And
Flaming
stealth
crops.
check. Well, they aren't. The fire isn't over here yet. I hope.
Yet.
Slowly moving. And assuming that a 19 beats his perception check.
Let's take a look.
Might be close.
Yes. Yes, it
Oh,
is.
okay. Let's see. Yeah, I disheartened him to death.
Yes.
Good enough.
So sad he just gave up.
But he died clutching what he loved, the Radiant Princess.
My entire family's dead, but I have this treasure.
Yeah, as the last creatures crumble to the ground, combat is over.
Now, let's wait from the fire.
I think now the
Yeah.
combat is over. I think we'll try to consult Saloro's brain here. No. Does Saloro know anything about what these creatures are? Does Arcana even apply?
Well, they are certainly some form of undead creatures. That much is clear. He would guess, judging from the general hunger and viciousness these creatures display, they didn't do very much before the party, subdued them. But Saloro would guess that they are ghouls.
The story knows much about them.
It might be more like a dungeoneering or religion type thing than actual Arcana.
Yes,
If you want
it's
religion, I can do that.
it's a religion check, I think, for ghouls actually.
I
have
tried.
religion, you're Arcana.
I tried, I rolled a 20. I tried so hard.
Let's see here.
I rolled 17.
Can bring up the book here. Oh, come now. All right, hold on. I will actually reach over and grab my physical copy of the monster manual for this.
My god.
Yeah, me and Saloro can discuss these undead abominations.
While the fields are burning.
Yeah, Arenoss will actually try to put out the fire with Ice Dragon Teeth and Fire Frost.
Sure,
totally
the
think-
party can certainly fight the fire.
See,
We start it and we destroy it.
Erevan's gonna be like, well, you see, Saloro, what actually happened here? And Saloro's like, well, you didn't feel what happened whenever that one winch took a look at Arenoss and myself. I say, good sir.
Ew, quite. Let's see here. So yes, ghouls have an unappeasable hunger for living flesh that usually drives them to hunt for victims whenever possible. Ghouls have the power to immobilize their foes and then devour them while their lives' warmth yet suffuses the flesh. Humanoids that indulge in or resort to cannibalism can become ghouls when they die. Ghouls are also created through rituals. When a creature transforms into a ghoul, all the cares, concerns, and goals of its former life are washed away in an undead pulse of ravenous longing for raw flesh. Most ghouls revere Dorzain, the king of ghouls, who is, by the way, an exarch of Orcus, the demon prince of undeath. Dorzain has a domain in the abyss known as the White Kingdom, which is inhabited by ghouls and other flesh-eating undead. It is called the White Kingdom because every building is made of bones, and walking through its bone-dust streets kicks up clouds of white dust that creates a fog throughout the city and coat things in white. Ghouls are also considered not really not poisonous, what do you call it? Disease-ridden, and it is said that certain sort of powerful ghouls even can exert sort of a control over lesser undead creatures. These dread ghouls are certainly very powerful and very dangerous individuals usually. A person that has started to succumb to ghoul fever will quite quickly actually sort of convert to an undead ghoul. Not much can save such a person. Certain healing magics or application of rare balms and the like could stop or at least hinder the process from occurring until a cleansing ritual or something of similar power level can be employed.
How does one go about the process of transmitting ghoul fever? Like, I would understand, of course, it could be like a ghoul to human thing. Are there any other ways by which it could be transmitted? Like, did Saloro read about any of that in Kaisar Luzarin's notes, perhaps?
Yes, he could catch or get some glimpses from that from the notes. Yes. Usually, the disease is transmitted by bites from ghouls. That is the most usual one. There are rumors that, as I said, certain people with a certain sort of flavor for perhaps human flesh or other evil deeds can rise as ghouls if slain by ghouls or dead by some other means. Other than that, sort of the ghoul fever as a contagion to spread is not really something you easily could accomplish. Saloro thinks that it could be possible, but it would involve some very advanced esoterica and arcana to sort of bottle the sickness, as it were.
Food supply with it?
I'm sorry?
Food supply with it?
Yes, if you ingested something that was laced with it, it could very well sort of convert you. But to actually sort of procure such a sickness in bottle form or be able to spread it as a contagion, that is high sorcery and not something for a layman.
I knew it. Oh, there you go. Yes, quite. Meanwhile, Arenoss is scrambling around, putting out the fires of Dragon's Frost, and, Erevan and Saloro just having a loud conversation, like, well, yes, you see, ghouls, in their natural habitat, there's nothing natural about them, Saloro. Oh, yes, quite. But anyway, Dorsane, the king of ghouls in his White Kingdom, made entirely out of bones, he completely advocates the wide consumption of a wide variety to give in to hunger is the greatest, virtue for them imaginable. Obviously, it would be. There's really nothing we could have done to save them in the grand scheme of things. Once you contract it, you're gone. Without quick access to a ready and powerful healer, you're doomed. We did the best thing for them, but we could put them out of their misery. There might be others of really the scarecrows. There could be dozens, perhaps even hundreds of them, since it spread so quickly. Oh my, hundreds. In the hinterlands. By the gods.
It's both easy and more difficult than you might imagine.
Indeed.
Like Jesus. Hundreds of ghouls. Maybe they're just afraid that, Saloro will fuck with their heads or something. You might make me see treasure. I don't know how I feel about that.
They are, sort of closer inspection of the ghouls reveal that they seem to have, farmer clothes. Or at least scraps of them, like a loincloth here and there, or a tuft of a shirt or something like that. The bigger of the one who spoke to you, actually has a key ring with a few keys attached to it. They seem big and sturdy, as if they belong to some large and secure lock.
Take keys.
All right. Everyone takes the keys.
Here's a question. Can we hear any more things moving around now we've just,
when the battle has died down, it seems to once again be very silent. You don't notice anything else moving about.
We should continue moving.
I see you have your horse back.
Yes. We should not just wait here.
Horse 1.
I guess Erevan will lead his horse. This way.
Okay.
If I can actually select him, there you go.
There you go.
Not gonna get your horse, Roldar.
It's right behind you.
Ah!
Heinrich, that's not moved.
Capable of moving on his own because he's not incompetent.
He's a horse ranger.
That's right. It's not like Saloro had time to like tether him up or anything to a pole, so he's like, well, I guess I'll just go. All the other horses are going. I guess coast is clear. Looks, horse frowns at the smoke rising from the fields. Looks at Saloro like, what the fuck? So Saloro's like, IDK, LOL.
YOLO.
Weren't we going down here?
Yes.
Alright.
This would be, you would guess, and watching as the different paths sort of wind through the fields. This is probably the closest way to the farm.
Well, Saloro's not moving. He's sitting on top of this hill, and he's having a 5-minute blow first. All those other people can go get killed.
Certainly.
That's right. I'm getting my color spray back, bitches, and my memory of 1,000 lifetimes.
Does anyone else take a short rest?
Yeah, I'm taking a short rest.
Yes.
Very well.
I guess everyone.
Saloro sits on Heinrich and doesn't move. Oh, I guess that's a good idea. I won't move either.
Yay.
Yeah, Roldar will, doing the breather. He'll take a while, patch himself up. He doesn't appreciate getting scratched by a ghoul.
It really was a scratch. One healing surge max.
Sit, button, soulless eyes, watch Roldar.
The wound is quite ugly. Roldar, can notice, but it does seem to be able to heal quite.
See, it is something that would have been brought up during our loud conversation as well. Like, normally it is their bite that would transmit the ghoul fever. However, perhaps their claws might be capable of doing it as well. In which case,
Meanwhile, Roldar's standing there, a big gash probably across his chest.
How about it? You do a heal check, Erevan, and I will assist you in it. Well,
sure.
Well.
Maybe it should have been the other way around.
Well, you got your +2.
Yeah, so between our 20 and...
Roldar is fine.
Sure.
Roldar looks fine.
We're trying to diagnose his disease here.
Roldar looks at himself, just in case.
It looks fine. I've had worse.
You could maybe feel magic from the wound, I don't know.
Nah.
No, it's not magical.
No.
It's ghoul fever. Ghoul fever's not magic.
Roldar, you'll be fine. Trust me, I'm trained in this kind of thing. Nothing bad will ever happen.
Along with that, he was merely assisting the good doctor. If Roldar turns into a ghoul, I'll just have to show him treasure. Whatever. And then I'll attack him.
That's the spirit, Saloro. That's the spirit.
I'll attack his mind with purple flesh devouring spray.
Yes, make sure you change some purple. It'll be very effective.
He's like, no, not purple. Is this what Saloro's enemies see? No. No. I don't want to be an enemy. My voice suddenly just went to some sort of fucked up accent there. But Mom, I don't.
For some reason, English.
It's like, but I don't want to be Saloro's enemy. I'll be a good Goliath, I promise.
So Roldar finally turned into Abigail.
Please, please, Saloro, don't show me the purple. I'll do anything you want.
Cool.
Don't ask Saloro to show you the purple, because, ladies, that's...
Why, Jonas? Why so nasty?
Grimith said it. I'm just putting it together.
No.
Right away.
Wait.
Good times.
Oh, I hope no one is watching this at this point. That's please, if there is any kids watching this, please take them away. Do something.
And I actually have an apology to make, since we're thinking about that before we keep going south. I made a boo-boo. Jonas must have forgot as well. I whispered Jonas my spell list for the dailies that I had prepared.
Yeah, that's
and
true.
Visions of Avarice was not there. I didn't remember until after you had already revealed the enemies. And I'm like, well, piss.
Yeah. No, you know, we will all, I'm sure, learn something from this.
Yep.
To actually pay attention on what spells the players have.
And, you know, I'm like writing in the notes, like, I sent it to Jonas. He should have corrected me. It's not my fault. I told the DM what I prepared.
I should have. It's true. Then again, it's of course it's up to the player to actually follow what he writes down for spells and.
Well, I mean, it's up to the game referee to correct the player when he's mistaken. That's why I sent you my spell.
Of course, but it is also, of course, up to the player to, you know, remember what he has and what he hasn't.
Well, ultimately, the game referee is the one in control of the game. Which is like
and this, folks, is called the blame game.
Yes.
Yep. Well, the DM is more powerful than me, so the buck stops there, guys. Just saying.
I'm gonna start using that with Malika, I think. Nope, no, you didn't correct me. I do have 1 million gold. What?
Well, yeah, it's the DM's responsibility to know all of the characters and their character sheets.
Griffin, aren't you supposed to handle the money? It's like, have we ever had more than 1 million gold? I
mean, you know, if the DM, you know, is willing to accept the fact that the players can make mistakes, and they can, and doesn't check after them. And shame on him.
The horse suddenly breaks, and Erevan went, whee! This is the power of seat belts.
We're supposed to be able to see something because I can't see anything.
Go down.
I'm looking around the whole screen, but I can't see a thing. It's just all black for me. Even though I'm looking down.
There's a map here. Anyone else don't see the map?
I see it.
I can see it.
I see it.
Try reconnecting.
You might need to get forced onto it.
No, we're on the same map. Like, it's...
No, like the screen gets dragged over to it.
Oh, okay.
You know, center players on.
Oh, now,
yep.
Now it's locked me on the other map. I need to change to the farm. Loading.
4 fields to burn.
There we go. I actually see something. Victory. And apparently have been throwing off my horse. Thank you.
Hold on, I'll carefully try to reveal the focus.
There's clearly something important here because he's trying to be careful.
There's a Hydra in that house. I can see the token.
Just heads poking out at every window.
One of the heads is poking out the window. She's like,
Hey, what's up?
Oi, Gov! That's where I keep me knickers. Anyway.
what?
You know? In the barn, it's where I keep my knickers. Oh, broke Griff.
Mate, you just say something silly in the United Kingdom accent and you'll be good to go.
I don't know if that was United Kingdom accent. I can't say.
I call that, if you guys have ever seen Oscar, I think it's that kind of accent. It's like, oh, can I have a little bit more?
Please, sir, I want some more. Knickers in my soup bowl, please.
That is the worst.
Wait a second, we need to back up the truck here a bit to repeat this. No, sir, can I have a bit more Snickers? Snickers?
I actually said knickers and now you're like, stickers.
Chocolate bars.
Chocolate bar porridge. My favorite.
Oh, really good.
Better than deep fried candy bars. Anyway.
Better than deep fried porridge.
To try to return to some semblance of sanity, the party follows the road and soon comes upon the farmstead itself. It's not much to brag about really. This building, when the party comes, seems to be a barn of some sort. There is a door sort of on a bit open over here. There's no apparent movement inside the barn as it is right now. Down here is what appears to be a farmhouse. The door is slightly open, and you can see some light sort of coming from inside. It is very quiet. You do also see further down the field something that looks like a huge sort of stone statue head sort of jutting out from the field. It looks very old. It's overgrown with vines and things like that, and it seems like it's been here for quite some time.
Quietly.
Roldar keeps a firm grip on his weapon and shield as they're drawn. He half expects the ghouls to pour out of the buildings.
Yeah, I'm actually going to try this because I'm trying to go quiet.
All right.
Lovely 8.
Roldar doesn't catch on that you're trying to be quiet because he hears a lot of noise.
Yes.
So he doesn't figure being quiet's a good idea, so he just keeps going.
Moving close to the barn, Roldar's keen senses pick up a horrific stench coming from the half-open door. And he can see a glimpse of what seems to be just mounds of bloods and bodies inside the barn.